Hey guys, Canoopsy here, and today we'll be taking a look at the HTC Desire 601. I'll be reviewing a black HTC Desire on Virgin Mobile. The HTC Desire 601 also comes in white and red. The Desire 601 is a pretty affordable phone with some alright specs. But is it right for you? Well, let's check it out. Starting off with the box. On the front of the box, we have a picture of the phone itself. Flipping it over, we have information on the platform, CPU, SIM card type, memory, display, sound, camera, and connectivity. Once removing the phone from the box itself, we have access to the micro USB cable and charging wall wart, as well as inserts on the consumer limited warranty, user license agreement, safety and regulatory guide, and how to insert your SIM card, as well as HTC's standard sticker. The phone itself is pretty great looking and feeling. The phone has a 4.5-inch Gorilla Glass 2 QHD 540 by 960 display with a pixel density of 245 ppi. The front of the phone, we're able to see two capacitive touch buttons for going back and going home on the device, as well as the HTC logo. Also prominently featured on the front of the phone are HTC's signature dual speakers. This version of the Desire 601 does not have Beats audio, but has HTC's signature boom sound speakers, which do sound great. And lastly, located on the front of the phone is the front-facing VGA camera. The top of the phone has a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as the power button. And on the bottom, we have the micro USB charging port. The back of the phone has a removable rubberized polycarbonate shell. When it is removed, the user gains access to the battery, micro SD card port, and the SIM card port. This back cover is pretty grippy and feels great in the hand. And also, on the back of the phone, we have its 5-megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash. Turning on the Desire 601, we are greeted with Android 4.4.2 KitKat, running with HTC Sense UI 5. The overall OS runs smooth and fast, and everything runs well with only very small drops in performance when doing heavier tasks. Spec-wise, the HTC Desire 601 has a dual-core 1.4 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor, the Adreno 305 GPU, 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of internal storage upgradable to 64 GB via microSD, and 4G LTE. Now, let's take a look at the impressive stereo boom sound speakers with built-in amplifiers on this phone. Despite not having Beats audio coupled with the sound experience, the speakers still sound amazing. And here's a demo of the speakers in action. If you film a lot of videos with your smartphone, why settle for a cheap tripod? What if you could use your own tripod instead of one built for smartphones? Well, the Joby Grip Type mount for smartphones solves this issue. Another big feature from HTC is the camera. The 5-megapixel camera on the Desire 601 is pretty mediocre, but does the job for simpler shots. The 1080p video recording is alright, but is sometimes jittery and jumps when moving. This is a video test on the HTC Desire 601. As you can hear my voice as well, it gives you a nice test of the microphone. The picture quality is often blurry, with hard to see details, and low light performance in flash is pretty dull. Now, even though the camera quality isn't very good, it is helped out by HTC's signature slew of camera features and filters, as well as HTC Zoe, which adds more fun to the camera experience. After running some performance tests on the Desire 601 through Antutu benchmarks and GFX Bench, I've noticed that the phone does perform pretty low compared to some of the more high-end devices. But for its price, you can't expect too much more. In conclusion, the HTC Desire 601 is a great mid-range phone for someone wanting an HTC device with a Sense experience. The price may be a little bit difficult for some, considering the cheaper options such as the Moto G, Nexus 5, or Moto X. But overall, when the HTC Desire 601 is bought for the right price, it can be a great starter phone. This marks the end of my review on the HTC Desire 601. If you enjoyed this video, thought it was helpful or interesting, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.